Afternoon. Good afternoon. For those of you who lives in the UK, happy Mother's Day. If you're in the UK, happy Mother's Day. I would ask that if you are first time here, please don't be shy to share the video. I got a call from a couple of people who are also Africans. Most of my videos I do speak Twi. I will be speaking Twi, which is Ghanaian language, and I feel that some of my brothers who are also interested in whatever topic I am treating, they said if I would speak in English. So or whatever the topic is good for everybody. Whatever is good for the goose is good for the geese too. Is that how you say it? Yes. So today I just want to ask this question: where do you live as African on this planet? Where do you live? Are you in your own country, either Ghana, Nigeria, or you are in Togo, Benin? Are you in Gambia, or which part of Ghana you are at? Charles, you are in Ghana. Where do you live? How is life? You know, I've came to realization, and one wise person's advice, somebody was advising somebody, and as I was passing by, I said, let me listen. It had to do with life, and I realized we've been wasting our time. Zambia. You are in Zambia. Oh wow, you see? So you see, by me asking the question, I can see 3 different continents in Africa that people are, listening from. And it's so funny that we are all treated the same everywhere. You see, you are from Zambia, somebody is in Ghana, another one is in Tanzania or Congo. One of my brothers, another Nigerian. We are all treated the same. So whether you go to France, Italy, Belgium, Poland, Turkey, Holland, wherever, you are all treated the same. We are all treated the same. I can see many people, but the sad thing is we are all treated the same in a sense that you are black. If you had not left Ghana, or Zambia or African continent, would you have considered yourself as a black person? If you had not been watching TV, social media, would you say you are black? Before I came here, I didn't know I was a black person. No. Good evening, Stephen. Before I came to Canada, I didn't know I was a black person. I thought I was a brown or maybe African. I thought I was African. I didn't know that I was a black person. So all Africans, all black people, even those like Achu's children. Achu's children are going to grow up. Of course, the mother is there standing in for them. So the mother would have to put up with a lot because they will be treated differently, especially where they are. They will be treated differently. I mean, if you're a star entertaining the rich people, of course, they will count you as, entertainer. But you are black everywhere. You are a black person. So I realized that we've been wasting time thinking that we can change something. Nothing will change. Listen, it's going to be day and night. I can't change the time of the day of time. No, I can't. And you too, you cannot change it. We can only try our best to make our environment a suitable, a living a space. So it will be a comforting, or it will be good for human being, and that's it. We cannot do anything. There's so many opportunities. So I'm asking if you are in which part of Africa you are at as a black person, my dear brothers. So if you look at where you are, the system is designed to benefit the people who are considered citizens. Am I lying? The country you live in, whether Dubai, if you go to Dubai as an African, you can be a hard worker. You can never be a citizen in Dubai. go to Iranian, where either one of the Iranian countries, go to Turkey, go to anywhere. You can be a citizen, go to France, you are still treated as African, especially if you mention your name. I mean, Black American are noticed everywhere. So people, they can advocate for themselves. Black Americans, they know who they are, they know the history, so they can advocate for themselves, especially the current generation. They can educate, they can educate people, they can advocate for themselves. They know how to advocate very, very well. They really know how to advocate, meaning they understand the soil they are on. UK, they've paved the way for other African countries. In the US, in America, the Black Americans paved so many ways to some of us who has later joined them on that continent. But if you look at all Africans, we are all treated the same. We are all treated the same. I just realized that if you look at this country, Africans are, we have been designed to hate ourselves. Guess what? Although we are the same, we have been designed, we've been given this sickness of a colonialistic, some diseases that are incurable unless you change unless this thing inside your head, unless you've been able to somehow, a light switches on in one of the areas where you would use to think and reason. But beside that, I realized that all Ghanaians, let me speak Ghana for example. Ghanaians, many Ghanaians are totally different people. You see, they are different people migrated in Ghana. And Ghanaians, some of the culture has never trained themselves to accept the other Ghanaians. Let me repeat it. We can never be the same. If you look at this part of the world, the government has been very, very smart to bring a law that will acknowledge everybody, but yet have respect for each and everybody, because they consider the fact that some will never learn or grow to accept the others. So what do they need to do to bring peace and harmony? They brought in a language that will recognize each and individuals, and also they made provisions that will be sufficient for each group. So each group has something that they own, which will satisfy them enough not to go and try to take or try to make the other groups feel as if they are not allowed, or they are not they have no right. For example, if you look at the Americans, for example, if you look at the way the towns are divided into states, each state has its own law. Each state, some of them pays more taxes, some of them don't pay. And then nationally, they bring it all together and introduce the word equity. And they've been able to justify it through mathematics, through science, through physics, through everything. They brought in those languages so human being will understand, right? Okay, so they will bring in a culture. The culture is the language. So if you go to some places in Canada, for example, the country I live in, you can travel miles, and when you reach a certain areas, their houses are deep into the forest. They only come to the city, the town they live in, everybody knows each other. Nothing will bring them into the city, and they are not even envious of the city. They don't even want the city, but the country provides that lifestyle for them to be able to isolate themselves. If you are in America, you can reach some places in America and they will behave like some villagers, people who don't even know New York exists. They don't even know Black Pep. There are some white area, you go there, they have never gone some states. They've never been to, let's say, New York, California, because they grew up in a town. They established businesses in a town. But for those young ones who are growing up and maybe the town doesn't have the gifts that they came with, then they will learn. They will be forced to learn how to also live with the other people. So if you look at Amish, there's a cultural group in America. They are called Amish. These are the European, part of European culture. They are called Amish. I think it's the Germany. They live normally in trailers. Okay, they came here to settle, and they have their own community. They have their own society. Amish community, they are like church. The girls would have to knock all their teeth by the age 8. By the age 8, they have to put in another teeth. That's the belief. They get married by the age of 14, 16. They are farmers. They are church. Their tradition is all around church, religion. And they live in Canada. US, there are tons of them. US has given them a land. They don't believe in they live in trailers. They don't have houses. The Amish community, they fight. They fight. They are very, very, like this hyper. If you know the Amish community, you will know what I'm saying, actually. So these are part of the white community, society. In Ghana, we don't have national laws. We've tried to force everybody to love everybody without recognizing the differences of each and individual wants and needs. So we are forcing, so as you can see, there are going to be tribal wars. The other side of the country, they grew up with a concept, and these people, you can tell they should not have come into the mainstream of what all Ghanaians, the people who can live with themselves. For example, Toronto, everybody is in Toronto. Toronto has a diversity, a different culture, different background, and they live together. Of course, if you want to live in Toronto, you have to do a certain, you have to be able to have, some level of acceptance, meaning everybody, all culture is in Toronto. But those people who cannot, they live in the bushes. They buy big acres. Their parent has invested, and you can tell that each time that the developments go closer to them, they move up even more. These are the white communities in this part of the world. I'm just telling you about how abroad is all, even in Italy, they have different group of cultures. They have different groups in Italy. They have ones that are in the alley, in the valley, and these people, they tend to live longer because the sun, they are within under the sea level, but then they are a big valleys around them, and they eat naturally. They are farmers. They grow everything they eat, so they tend to live even long. There was a research done about that, and then they have some that are at the top. Some are close by the sea. So, but internationally, like, you know, when it comes to the national, because it's a state or because it's a country, they have a law which allows each and everybody to be who they are. Again, if you travel to some part in Canada, just across, go Jane, pass Vaughan and go down, you would see a certain group of people who are farmers. They don't like to stay in the city. It is too noisy. It is too polluted. And the people in the country are too, current. That some of the things they do, they don't want it. You see, Ghana, I realize if we try to think we are going to fix Africa, my brother, my sister, I am asking you where you are, because you can never force someone to love you. You can't. You can never force someone. There are KKK people who live in a bush, on a mountain. All they have is guns. They know themselves. They ride their motorbike in the middle of the night. They don't want anybody, any other, if they see a black person, they will, or if you come and live in their community, my brother, my sister, they will hunt you till you move. One Nigerian lady, back in those days, a lawyer, she thinks, oh, now she has she can afford one of those farmhouses, so she went and bought one of those towns, small towns. She bought a house. One party she had, you know, Nigerians, my sisters are lovely with different flavors of rhythms, and you know, the loud thing. So the neighborhood, the boys in the neighborhood, they keep putting fire in her basement. They will write some racial slurs at her garage door. By the time, every time she's calling the police told her, listen, it looks like you are not wanted in this community, so you're gonna have to move out. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say here? There is another racial slur, which just recently, Oakville just started to expand. So because of the city, Toronto being expensive, many people, different races, are now buying in Oakville. You see, these people who has been by themselves, big yard, big houses, they have visitors, they are people. They are not ready for different people, different culture. So they keep writing. It was on the news just recently. Oakville. Somebody wrote down, you niggas go back to your whatever, because the apartment he lives in apparently has accepted different people. So what I'm trying to say is that in this part of the world, people has a choice. People has choice because the country has made policies that allows them to live as citizens. They can buy a big acres. These people has good credit. Their family members works with the bank. They know how to get the credits. They know how to get the loans. They know how to get so many things. Their parent had a house. The parent will give them some from almost like, you know, most people, they get a startup money from their parent. The parent will take out equity from their own home. They will give it to them. I know a co-worker who lives all the way in some area, Coburg, and last time, unknown, like, you know, she wasn't aware that she's telling me she don't like people. She was telling me how their backyard don't face anybody. They have a big backyard, but lately she sees that there's more development coming to her area and she don't like it. And I'm like, whoa. And she's a white person. So what I'm trying to say is Ghana, Africa, the people who came there in the beginning, they were one. So there's one community who came to Africa to enslave Africans and bunched all Africans in one box. They now allow Africans to make their own laws and, you know, just make laws that will govern internationally, like when it comes to like a national laws. Before then, you can say states or regions by region. The African leader did not have the opportunity to govern themselves or to advocate for themselves. So we were bunched in one people, as if we are one, forced to sleep with each other, just like they did in the ships. They would take the Sudanese, they will bring the other Ethiopians, they will bring the East Africans. They will join the ships. They will meet in the middle of the sea. And then if one ship is not full, they will bring the East or the West Africans, and then they will bunch them up in one ship and they will instruct them to make babies together. So guess what? Mojafra, mixing, and then they carry them on to America. The same thing was done on a continent. Bunched all of us together. Where Ghana had a state, you had the Dagbon state, you had the Guan state, and then the Ewa state and whatever. Bunch them all up together, force them to live together. It's never gonna happen. My brother, my sister, it's never going to happen. Tough some, you don't know anything. It's never gonna happen. It's not going to happen because we all came from different direction, met in Ghana. So you can see that as this leader wants to go south, the other one wants to go west. And these leaders are not given opportunity to actually mature their dreams. So now that Ghana we were moving somewhere with Kwame Nkrumah, right? It didn't happen, other people came. And all of these leaders were tribal influenced. They came with an influence from a tribe. So as you can see, currently, look at what is going on in Ghana. Look at what is going on. Imagine if the regions has their own autonomy with their own laws, and then nationally, they can all be spoken for. In each region, the whole Ghana region, the regions in Ghana will be self-sufficient and self-equipped to grow their own economy, and they can choose depending on the type of provisions or resources they provide to the national. They can choose to pay less tax. Canada is here. Canadian has the same. Some of the provinces don't pay in tax, a big tax. Some of the provinces pay more tax. Land different provinces in United States of America, the same thing. Some of the beaches you go, you live in the US, but yet you live in US and you just drove like what, 30 minutes to the next state. You want to go to the beach and then you have to pay for the beach. You know, some of the states in the US where you park your car itself, where you park your car, you know that they pay for land tax for car parking. Parking. Why? Because they did that knowing that the current people who are coming to live there are all immigrants. They did that land, the parking. They only enact a law that will make the stranger, the visitor, pay more. Don't ever think any law in any of these Western is made for you, the immigrant. I'm coming. Wait. Okay, you can go inside. I'm coming. Don't ever think that all the laws, if you are in UK, you are in Canada, you are in France, Italy, don't ever think, or Dubai, don't think the laws that you are obeying is made to make your life easier. They made the law for you. They actually made the law for you. It's not for those who came and fought to benefit from it. No, because most of these people owns their land. Most of these people owns, you see, they are even talking, Canada is even talking about getting rid of old age pension. About one of is it the CPP? They are talking about some of the free money that one can just come and turn 65 and just be entitled to it. You know why they are talking about that? Do you know why? Because the people who are coming now are non-natives. They are not natives. So if you look at it, Ghana can never get independence. National Ghana can never be national. Ghana can never be national with the fact that we are not going to ever allow ourselves, just like you see the people who are in New Brunswick are different breed of people, different people. New Brunswick, go to Newfoundland, they are also different breed of people. They actually made the law. They came there first. They signed a certain amendment and they signed a certain laws to make sure that the citizens are well taken care of. They signed it already. Okay. If you go to Quebec, go to Nova Scotia.
Was there another meeting before the one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like I see everyone leaving and I can like
see that other people are coming too. Yeah.
see that.
And then we are gonna start. Okay.
So should I just sit in here?
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, the laws are made so the city. So for example, you see, schools in Ghana benefit people who are coming in a city. I'm talking about universities and other things. The schools in Ghana, the Canadians, if you're born in Canada, there's a benefit for you. In Ghana, it's the other way. I don't ever get it. Go to Italy right now, even certificates, they know how to take advantage of the immigrants. I'll consider them immigrants. They know how to take advantage. They know how to make the immigrant work and work. Because they have made a certain, they've designed the country to benefit the people, I would say natives in their country. But in Ghana, they design it to benefit the people who are rather coming in with money. So if you look at it, we are never going to agree. To me, until Ghana understands each region and respect and knows the culture and understand each and individual culture in Ghana, Ghana will never progress anywhere. Godfred, welcome. Ghana will not progress because we are people who grew up with the mindset of woodiem. No matter how nasty their family behaves, they are taught to lie and malign the visitor, to make the visitor's life miserable. And if they find you and considers you as a visitor, if these people who grew up with such mindset in Africa, in Ghana, that they are superior than anybody. You see, the very same thing that destroyed the whole world, the very same thing that brought on First World War, that brought on Second World War, that brought on the destructions, the most destructive thing a man is someone feeling superior than Ghana is now embracing that culture of I am superior than you. It's like it's a new continent. It's a new country. It's like Ghana is a new country. What is going on? They haven't heard it. So all you need to do is have a name, go to court, and they will rule it for you. And then we will be dancing with the thieves. We are jubilating with the thieves. So Ghana can never be a country. It can never be a country unless you join them, because you cannot beat them. So to me, until we respect and value each culture, each tradition, and teach it from the onset, from school, that in Ghana, it is from point A to point B. Because I really think that some people don't believe that Ghana is a whole of other people and different languages. I don't believe that. I really don't. So I realize that we are wasting our time. We are actually trying to treat the symptoms of what our problems are, but now leaving the root of what the problem is. We are rather just not treating it. We can never, like it's not gonna work. I'm telling you. Hey, from every tete ebesine. How else can one say ejuma wagana tio shade? Stop.
It's 5:07.
I don't know if you guys can hear. Can you hear? If you guys can hear, let me know. Look at this work environment. Look. Where is the education? Where is the national laws governing or making sure that work safety? No sound? Okay, no sound. Okay, hold on.
Now you have destroyed
Okay, hold on.
together. Remember that you have made me like clay, and will you return me to the dust? Did you not pour me out like
Hold on.
milk and curdle me like cheese?
Who? It should work now.
Yeah, 1 second. If this is, let me just play it again. So this is a gentleman working on he's working on a house, a home, and the electricity. You see the electrical poles. So he got a shock. Listen, I did CPR, and part of my training is to know how to approach or how to start a CPR. And one of them, there are rules. When you go and you find a person unconscious, someone who is unconscious is on the ground, first of all, you have to have 3 clear way. If the first, you have to find out what is around the person who is lying down. Whoever had a CPR, you have to find out whether it is a shock or else, or if somebody is lying in a pool and you are going to save that person, find out if there's electrical, because if there's a chemical explosion, or you are going to kill the person you are going to save, and yourself and other people. And we're not going to be, you see, these white people, and we're not going to be a ripple effect following this person come dead. This person, so watch what is going on. Watch you.
No, really, look at this.
The guy is electrocuted, and because of lack of training and lack of job security, how do I even... because of lack of training, hold on. Yeah, let me... Okay, good. I don't know if you guys can hear me. So just watch. The second guy is going to try to save him. So the second guy is going to save him. Check what is going to happen. Check. So the first guy is electrocuted. No training about how to approach a victim. Look. Look. See? Check that out.
No, we're gonna be late. Yes, we are.
See? So the second guy is also dead. The second guy is also dead. Because why? There are no training. But yet you have some Ghanaians are saying this is a job. You see, some Ghanaians are saying this thing is a job. There are jobs in Ghana. Ghana for say Jumeniyo. They said there are jobs in Ghana. Can I show you another one? Here. This gentleman.
Outside. Sure. Machine here why you know I'm in cars I'm in show. Well machine we are for machine we are for. They are show. She didn't I'm in cars I'm show.
Are you guys watching this? This gentleman is a business owner. A lot of people die. You hypocrite yourself. A lot of people. A lot of people died. That is so stupid question to ask. Very, very stupid question to ask, Sam. You see, this is exactly what I'm saying. The African views themselves as some medium of we don't matter. They are dead. So what? How many people died in Toronto? You're a fool. We are fool. Power Jimmy. Many people died with construction. Even this summer, there was on the news in Vaughan Mills. One guy, a clay or something fell on him. Yes, he died. He died. The people who just died right now, what is going to at least comfort their family? Are you stupid? We see ourselves as we don't matter. And there are people who are saying their jobs. You see how you didn't consider this as death because it happens everywhere, yeah? You see how you don't consider this one, say it can be avoided. You see how foolish you look, how ignorant some of you comes and show yourselves on platforms. How stupid. When it happened in Toronto, do you know the amount of talk?
People are starting to go.
Yeah, okay, I'm coming. Do you know the amount of advocacy that it went in? Are you stupid? Did they have work insurance? Ask me, Bob. Bob saying, do their family has work insurance? The work alone, your work insurance alone. Do you know how much they will pay that boy? You see, one guy, a lot of people are broaching, people who came to this part of the world. Some of them are rich in Ghana. You think, oh, they came and did a good job. Insurance money is what brought them back to Ghana, you fools. Insurance money is what actually brought Ghanaians, most Ghanaians, back to Ghana. I know one guy in Coca-Cola, he drops in they have a big tank, and that chemical fell on his finger, keke. I know one guy who's Tom keke, ni kokoromoti we keke. Unim sko nya yo de ba Ghana. Are you guys stupid? Are you foolish? This is exactly what I'm saying, because we are now one, no? In this country, bibi sinipa bako and fahu baby ofri. So yeah, Canada, as long as they are Canada, because the Canadians know, say, if it happened to this person, they are considered their neighbors. It will happen to them tomorrow if they don't advocate for it. You stupid. So some of you are so dumb in Ghana, it's just ridiculous. Sometimes you don't feel like insulting, but a bibe Jimmy omuhu asking stupid questions. Say, how many people died on their job? Hey, and I know me wa dwuma mu keke and I'm mislepo ye. Do you know how many days I stayed home? Are you stupid? Do you know how many days I stayed home with pay? Obi kurampo ani bibia wu keke. Emotionally or say under stress because onipani wu tu nanim keke. You fools. Obi bi oba be bisa kwasi asem. When was akwa we? You see? Munti a video na me bono. Sa akwa we.
Whenever we know you, we make sure the machine we a brand new for make sure what you for I'm going to my social job. Access I'm going to 4 9 1 1 1. I'm going to young farmer boy into the film no kwani grow. Okay.
Look at this guy.
That's it, now we have to go.
Stop, okay? This guy, of course, is doing a very good job. He bought machines. He bought machines. He's not doing anything wrong. He bought machine. The machine is cutting stone. Cutting stones. Oh. Cutting stones with your hands. He thinks, you know, he wants to offer employment. So he's bought a job. You generally so cutting stone. Obibini, you've been designed to work this body and just fade away. You see how the hair doesn't work? The reason why the hair don't work, you see, Ghanaians have gone through this thing. I was watching a psychological, training in the head, how you can meditate to see things before it happens, how you can tap into some alpha and deben. They have different stages, and where American is we're training people, and how this lady won about 500 and something times everything she contests, she wins. She won lottery, she won, and this is a training. In fact, of course, it's I go through this training. They are training to use the brain. And then they mentioned there was this guy who does the work. So you can see that African Ghana for to say this guy, some don't think the brain don't work. I'm telling you, see we say Sanke Kromuha, I will never come across you. If you if you are in this country, I will never come across you. You and I will never be on the same platform. But Ghana, ya kanya boom, es say bimu etna esam mipo biso na yen dino, wahu yen fence ne yen farms no na we should be able to be given the opportunity where safety is paramount, so we can also so people can choose where they want to live. You see, so you can choose. Say, me person me kotna way in somewhere, so I will be safe because that area will be people who does the same thing. But in Ghana, no, we don't. Ya kan yen abom, yen yina ye bom. Ya kan yen yina bom ti ube unsen kwasiafo abe frafre ni pem. Ube unsen Jimmy for to say some ono aba me ono enya kwan abewura me platform so. But imagine sanke okroman ka wo me no some ye ko baby ame maybe some areas I live in, you will never live there cause who pede de open kwasiasam, who pensam kwa, who pe away koshin some, and you and I will never be there. Eh? You and I will never be there. But Ghana no nyame pache, what I'm trying to say is that these people abrofuya boy and from they've done us wrong. But I am just surprised as the fact that the youth by now, either this guy is an old fool beer. What's na brochie di benku ni fufu ama ne fuai toche se preko and o kasei. One preko for ni be young pain for my sem preko. We did your totefacum. Sauti asie. Or tefacum was needless, but Obiti said, Jimmy to say some say they will never know what is hurting them. They will be blaming Obi or no so commanding so no. A Jimmy Kote, you see why I'm telling you that we can never be the same because Entitiana wa Ghana no. A Cromwell. But what makes this country so nicely is also be a be Cromwa pepe. Yes, shada, a bani shada, Emma Wukotna, baby, I won't call for. Ya tena woman krasefo be abayentem ya tena Ghana ma enjimi fo adwene no the way yetete omo ade culture nankasa came out of slaves, enslavement. Some of the Ghanaian culture, the things we are practicing, it was born out of slavery, and we are maintaining the slavery mental culture no ebini judge fo hye ade we no Obroni beye ni obroni ebosom
Cursed God in their hearts.
Stop.
Thus
Oh,
It's because I was putting this up.
Mr. Jai.
I was putting it up.
Far mommy.
Put it.
Obroni way now you are carrying the white man culture, which the foundation, you don't know what is there. You don't know who they killed to establish that foundation. You don't know which black man's head they used to establish that thing, and then you are following it. Agbogboroshi market to thank you. He lives in Agbo. No wonder. Yeah, Jimmy, you've been following me. You swear, Jimmy. You see, when a person before if you've changed. A perception can only be changed through experience, and experience are something you go through based on where you've been, your exposure. But if you see a certain people be now you listen to them, that's when change. Jimmy, I'm telling you. you're a fool. So Ghana, for example, is never going to be able to break away from these people like some. Never. We won't break away because they will force their president on you. They will force their leaders on you, their laws. The judicial system as we see today has never been corrupt than this one. Momo, you say, J.J. Rawlings killed judges. Look at the judges today. So whether those who look at the judges today. Today, people are calling for J.J. Rawlings rule away a method, you know. So you can see, say, until Ghana man Jimiane come dinner, then he comes back and asking for more food. That's what will happen. You don't want to make your own law. You don't want to make your own law. Yeah, Jimmy, we want to showcase ourselves. You see, he would never, and they don't feel no shame. Yes, Obronsam muadiem feria die. And they have no boundaries. Because I can never go on somebody's home. No, did him attempt say pa na me da so ye comment. I will never do that. I don't have that. I love myself. I value myself. But these people has no value to themselves. That's why they follow and worship and will carry their own a man. They will carry Obensa brantie pa no sun obi no sun what Jimmy ade ne wo utimu na nya papa. I'm telling you nemre yo 2021 ni adwuma. Wo adwuma ye de ama wo se soa obi na kotena obi na ya say what Jimmy enemre. That means say you are born a slave, you were raised a slave, you will live like a slave, and you will fight. So you can say some of the cultures in Ghana now, we are trying to come together. It will never be. Why? Because some of them were raised like a slaves. They were raised and born into slavery. They were raised and born into slavery. Into everything they do, it's about a sum. And this will never, and they will never regard or never respect anybody else. Period. And then you want us to have one president. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Because these people has no value for themselves. I'd rather you sit on a horse. Why don't you sit on the horse? A horse is the animal. Are you an animal? Why answer yourself, Eben? Also a bit horse, so I'm not wanting a horse in this way. Yes. Prince Charles, or the horse, so one was so big Prince Charles. One was so big so Prince Charles okura. Obia. Okura sika nyafu. Onimnyansa ne nananom nimnyansa ma. Oma be chimo obibini asore edi ono ne ma ne nananom njapade edi ama Prince Charles abesesa ebibifo nyina Africa Ghana fo nyina nyansa oma besesa Ghana fo Togo fo Nigeria fo oma besesa we Congo fo nyansa Prince Charles kura ne nananom nyansa ono kura ti horse so. What are you talking about? You talking Bensa, you answer yourself. You answer yourself. So the different culture now me cannot know. Why are you the differences? So maybe the differences is here. But the thing is that one don't think say or they need the baby pushy or be throat. We don't even have to see it. So Toronto, none of them displays that here. Intianka, as I said, Ghana no young fan say obi way your way. Why are you display it to where because it's making some people feel and they say it out loud. Say omo dia no papa sin obi e na akwa aban mu ama aban enya yen ama Ghana yen koso because ye wo culture hakura cultures ni doso sin Ghana. We have the sorry for you. Eben up to today, Obroni share Obota omudo efuo. Omo te Canada ho. Upa will drive Amish phone so ewa Amish phone no. Omo na ena gypsies. Gypsies, Amish gypsies, ena yewo the way for I'm breaking away from the couple of way ancient church culture way abrofo muti kromu a from they are in their farm. America, US, obi yesho obi or they are trying to integrate them. They are trying to see whether they can fit within the normal community and society. So they have a show, Amish. I'm returning to Amish. Yamo mano girls no omushe ntade te se aketesi atetefo niamano omu ehye te se asore nkola. Oh, America, whoever is in America will testify that empacho enu nye weyo carrying a baby at the back, not at the front. And no enye adie bia, it's a lifestyle, it's a cultural way we've all developed because of the way we work. Eben and no nye amamre enya amani carrying baby at the back enye adie ye we biara and I know bianso kura na Ghana no mpono wetru akwalada nti enye no ne ye kan nia enia esisa emra enia affect obi efa obi hu enia wo ya affect obi obie wano kasa wo beka efa nipa ho no affect omo ba say wodi fufuo anopa anajo na say wuturu ba eno no has nothing to do with we enyam enye amamre bia say ye enya amamre ya de say we ye. It is called there's a law factors to be to it. Eya mo say yensua de o Ghana for I'm telling you ye nimu hwe Ghana for mebunu mu nimu hwe. That is also a culture. Why please? No, it's not. It is a way of living. It is not way of living. Obi amfane ba ambo eduam Eben obi amfa ne ba o hwe ye no odo ode akola ni boduam enya culture. The culture is what brought about akola tuo no na ye culture e de na de ankola tuturo eba ye eya ado efuo mu ko eni adwuma ye ne the way ama eni adaje ye ni babysitting say ye ni any cultural laws bia prevent yen from doing that, and that has become a lifestyle of how people can ease off a certain way. But amamre or say it's either you respect them or you head them out. Amamfor mama minya mumi committee or say Abraham, when you come to the Amish community, you will rather see yourself different. Thank you. Unima Amish community na mekano. This country, but you see that they have their community, right? Ghana, no, we don't have community. Yakanya boom. Into tumuso kuresini pa na okase. O kuresini is also bad become politics. So what I say, Amish community fights for specific we need for their community. The rest of the people don't go and fight them. Why are you fighting? We are fighting to get something from the government. But you know, our we've been designed to fight ourselves until we don't fight for development too. Amish community, the gypsies, the gypsy community, I say I shop there most of the time. Thank you, Abraham. Thank you. The gypsies, if one and swear, any the Protestant, there's an ansana yawa aboriginals, the Red Indians, and so ansana yawa all the new people who can live together. Yenu ye fra 4 year boom, and only bronze nemuni omo keka hono. Oh, nobody mess with them. Abraham, you know what? I like people who are in, who knows what is. It will shock it. I know people who read, who also goes to different me drive of a krobi so I was me do one me say hey I sorry for Beni. And then the Canadian history came in mind. So, oh, these were the people that they farm. They don't like the country's law. So the government actually went in to deal with them. They went in to deal with them that way. So what you see? Jimmy Sam. It is all well and back 20, 50 freaking times. I'm up for mama yanko. Yeah, also di abuaba. What the Canada Amish community. Pennsylvania. I'm telling you, Ghana for today. There may be meeting. Yeah, Montina ho na yenda damu na yenda damu say Ghana.
You still want this?
It's okay. What they call it? Montina ho obi ti say Sam. Tina ho why? We are very, very hypocrite in a white shirt. And now we are very manipulative or brunsam when say yes ye obi or dad nipa samne da ho a onka no kore. Obi ti say Ghana fo aka wo Ghana ho no. You see, akwantuo ba so na wo nana yan wo no. In fact, akwantuo na ma Africa foko dua mu Africa asase no akwantuo na ma nkofo bi mu be discover asase we ayete so na eye manfrafo na etete Canada ha wati wujimi a wajimi no tena ho ne enti aga na nye ye ni se Ghana fo etu kwan no sa law national law ya meken ya each away a constituency and as a region need to me yedi to me ejina fa akono ene na wajimi a wo abrante o sa akokura o wantimi anko ama wo ba sa wo ya abrante nso wajimi sini wuni ne wo sin a o ma betwa mu ko a o ma hu telephone da nso omuhu nyansa edetena Ghana asase so na ene wo wiase e change wiase e change niam e change nso wo de waka kire ho sa wo ntesa wo besene wo ni ne wo papa no akwantuo hya ase na wo ni ne wo se na omukura mpo no light kromu hu ye obi na tu kwan na oba Africa na obi nso ba ha na ebi mu due mu ba ehu ni jimi enti no Africa ni tifaako na yabom telephone eni away abom assiste ku mam sten ku meka yesi ugira kwase anim bua no na wahu ne hu so onim nyansa so tia yesi ugira kwase anim na wabua no wahu ne hu se onim nyansa tie wuni eni Ghana anyway no senka akwantuo yetu no se yebesua ade a enka Ghana a progress ya konanim ema enne imebunu ntimi ngina ho se me papa ni wiase a na otimu a onumpo hu nyansa echihyire mra bi a ye adwuma ma no ne enne no wa wane wote ho a wo papa wo nana na ewu ko wo da so te ho a wo de wo meye hwe nchangi mra enne ye ka se mra ensesa ma mabunu na enne abrante nkofa aboɔ machine se emra enne mra yi a ye wo akola akora na nani sisu gangan first no ye wo akola na wakata nani enne wiase change anuane ye di kura change ye thinking ene ese udidi ya usausa no emoto ena adwuma den ni wo biom because ye pese adwene no say the task a ewo nipa ewo onipa ese se nipa ye no enye jibisam dinada yam me say me back go inside me back why go inside wait at the front enye jibisam biom iti wonana a onumpo unana onumpo obe make law no wo law I said about I check my profile and knew that and that know that me guy we are then guy okro you are speaking your native language you stupid idiot we are guy and now I am radin yankopon I want for a moment minjamo. And then we are trying to change or say, what is the topic today, Mame? The topic is, where are you as an African? Where are you as an African? How are you finding it? My brother, my sister, everywhere you go to on this planet, you are treated like a black person. In our own country, we cannot live to find our common goal, to find and see that life is not just about eating and sleeping. We need to think beyond that and see the goodness within ourselves to fight for policies that will enable the African man to hold power over their own resources and not strangers over their own resources. Or their own resources. If you come to this part of the world, go to other places, the Italians are holding the companies, and the immigrants or the visitors are the workers. Go to Ghana, the Chinese and the new people, the people who are not natives, are holding the big contracts, and the natives are the ones who are suffering. So what we are trying to say is, wherever you find yourself as an African, you are a black man. You are a black man. And until a black man will find relief or some sort of stability in any of these countries, we must know how to straighten or be capable of minding our own affairs. Just like Kwame Nkrumah said, if we don't put aside the tribal bigotries, if we don't put aside the differences and look at our differences as it's our strength, rather, because we have we are different people. The Americans saw their differences and they've been able to share the wealth among them. So that's why you have states, this one state, and all the states, you can see the differences of the laws and the policies that governs them. And if you see any law in America, it's not because of the black man who find relief. No, in fact, all these fight to have the Constitution amended, it was to benefit the new immigrants that are coming in the country. If it was up to the KKK or the white supremacists, none of any of the laws would have been changed. So what I'm trying to say is that wherever you are as an African, until your leaders sees you as owner of the land, nothing will happen for you. But the thing is, unfortunately, they've trained these minds of the young ones to think themselves as a slave. So you will find someone like Tough Sam, you will find someone like Sam advocating for the powerful men rather than advocating for the ones who are less privileged in Africa. And this is one thing we don't have: voices. Ghanaians don't have voices. We don't have a voice. Africans don't have a voice. Why? Because the basic things out of this life is missing. Basics. So we are forced to be our own enemies, the crabs. But if we can learn and know that the crabs are in a bucket, the bucket is not the habitat place of a crab. A crab has a land free, big ocean. They can live on land or in the water. But the crabs have been confined inside a bucket. If only we would allow each one per one to get out, they will be stronger outside and tilt. They will have strength to tilt over the bucket for the rest of them to crawl out one by one. But we are so foolish, like someone like Sam. They are advocating, rather, they don't know. You hate your country so much that you want to keep your country in poverty. You hate Ghana so much. These people, when they have babies outside, they have babies, they don't even speak proper English, but yet they are speaking English to their children. They will tell you, the same foolish women and men will tell you, my daughter don't like fufu, my daughter don't like, and they are eating foreign food. They are not introducing Africa, and they've never introduced Ghana to their children. They never introduce Ghana to their children, my brothers. Alex, also our chiefs and ancestors sold our people. The white man was bargaining for business to build their nation. They are enjoying now. Thank you, Alex. Africans are feeding off from the sacrifice of others. The welfare system in New York used to be run by the Hispanic. Now Africans have jumped on the wagon. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Share the video, because also please share wealth. Doesn't mean we all equal in development. No. My brothers, man, let me tell you, in this part of the world, they share. Eben, Me buy car. Me buy car. Me buy car. Listen, I stop buying cars. I go to leader dealers. This is a new car I'm driving. I bought it from a dealer. I don't buy cars. Before, when I used to buy accident cars, I shall see or but I shall see. One will say me buy. So I know now. I know the sum I'm talking about. Moi ya tete mo say enkwano. Yama me say some. Wo some I would to Toronto ha. And I beka change say unim nipa on ne ekasa right. What ya? How many times? Hey Sam. Hey. Now that I know who I'm talking to, how many times no wako Ghana? Ghana dada was I don't know wait me ayewa. Ya tina ha from 19 kojo hon. Say what some I would to way. Also ba be retire what kromu ha se sia. Wunyini kakra na hwe useless self waste of time awabe waste wa ha wo de mama yamfa ya adwene nya ba ako na yansua ha wa ye besua nyansa wo kromu ha wo sam hold on yeah don't they even say Sam what if it's you hold on if it's the same. Oh no, who? What happened? Sound what's not a can I remember? And you crap him. And maybe if you have some. So if it's the same sum as I know now, to the one yanda down say Ghana, ya ubeko Ghana bama wabako korasama. Unya shoot it. Kasame, and I think I know who this sum is. What to Canada na Jimmy Sam what na homa nia wo papa ntimi amekono wo ntimi ago etena ho ye tribal stupidity if it was the same Sam that I think since you mentioned no qualipo especially besam say matoka wo baby ya amokoto ka no I knew exactly when you arrived in Canada. I knew exactly when you arrived in Canada. How many times as young boy like yourself? How many times now I try what bra wakoni nam Ghana bra mo bra no muka say abraboni yesa na ide bia bre. Uka say mini baby awote. Some don't even go there. Don't even go there. Me mente aban dem wo. That shrebi. What are you talking about? How many times this land of opportunity like this? Are you trying to tell me, sir, where the benefit you are reaping, the benefit you Sam, what you abrochi, go to Ghana? I don't want to know. Why didn't you stay there? Listen, hey, me come alanta, Emma Missumi, me come away what? Minimum kasana fana me hunipo kasana. I'll call you even after I'm done. I'll call you. Even after I'm done. And some hunu, afena yesia Canada nyansa, afena yesia nyansa niema, enipe bia ntimi amechran. You are my group. You are in my group. You are in my group. I know which house. Come and take me to your house, Sam. Come and take me, uni baby amemete. Come and take me to your house. And some hunu, yabe Jimmy wakromu ha, ya Jimmy yan from Ghana. Me kura de men Jimmy too much na me buy because me buy na at least Canada beje most of me Jimmy when Jimmy wa Ghana wo uta akọ Ghana wo de amachi de kura ba how many times na say young man wo be bre. What do you mean? Hey, Sam don't come and claim my land tabi ma men kan wo bow leg. Mempe obi a mempe busiantokwa because minim nipa mene ne kasa no mempe busiantokwa mo say politics Jimmy ama atete nipa ntem sama hunia politics ayem sama hunia tribal stupidity ya nananom akobone ama ene nipa nsue nyansa ene nipa nsue wo better was in Ghana. Why are you here? A snow. You came in January. January was very snow. Sika benana obabeje. Which benefit in an ababaji or Canada? Yeah, more be in fact, man, what Toronto ha? Don't come and claim me. Hey, don't come, Kura, especially Toronto ha. So what the baby Kura Nasabra me I will fit. Don't come Toronto, especially Toronto ha. Cause you know Jimmy ha. What are you talking? You were better in Canada. A Cromwa is so cold. Cromwa, you came in a month when it is cold. Don't come, Sam, especially Toronto. Me, I live in Toronto. Also to Toronto. Minim baby awote. we am ba be bo punu mu ade camera si wanim ade we na ba si wanim na wo asema we pini hu your family which one what say who some what say who so who on jaida wo ye typical ni ameken bi minimum nipa amene you were typical one you are typical ya me ba be bo from some wo de wo my own flesh who me ha it u pa fa ho bla fa ho bla on say maka uchi u pa fa ho bla some who you they talk to when your politics aye who nim nipa on ne kasa no enye my own some na kasa I know you me wo number u pa ma me frɛ so if you want right now I go call you upa me frɛ say Toronto how nobody because me free ashase na bae say wa unim sa sam say wa unim sa nyame nhira mo sam I love you too I love you too no oya nice boy o Ghana no just say ye Jimmy na ye Jimmy embassy yes say ya adwuna this guy is smart boy pa but Ghana Jimmy yen kakara enkofo amanfo sam wo de call me frɛ wache ba me frɛ ma say wo na ma no Ghana fo me ma say mo kɔ Ghana sam pa na me wo ba be pie wo me platform so ba be can say Ghana me so this is not the first time you insulted me or some hey sam me na wo didi matem no sam na me you the insult now my own sam you forget me now this Ghana bio. You see what Ghana do? Sheila can send be or say mommy for me and be no onyini on your mo eye pe mommy baako efri ha na man baako emra J Rollins ba so pepepe e na omu ntokwasi ye hey Sammy okay I love you too amanfo mo mama nja mo na me nkona meeting na sha ase Meti na sha asia ye ko ekromu hampo ye boaboa ye ho ano sa woti ase nti mma me njam na ye nko asemu bye bye